What's new with digital lending in India? CredRight is a data-driven lending platform that facilitates credit for micro, small, and medium companies through NBFCs and banks. CredRight is said to be committed to serving nano enterprises, which are the smallest of small businesses that are usually overlooked by traditional financial institutions. In August 2023, CredRight announced it would be raising close to 80 crore rupees. This is said to be a combination of equity and debt capital. Debt capital is money borrowed by a company that needs to be repaid over a set period, typically with interest. This would be where the company receives funds and agrees to return them to the lender, often in installments and along with interest. The equity capital funding for CredRight was led by the Michael and Susan Dell Foundation. It saw participation from a consortium of existing investors, including Your Nest, Spearhead Capital, and 9 Unicorns. The debt capital funding was provided by Black Soil, Caspian Debt, RevX Capital, and Weston Capital. According to Your Nest, CredRight has one of the lowest NPAs, which are the non-performing assets, with an innovative underwriting model based on alternative data. Underwriting is when a lender assesses and evaluates the risk associated with issuing a loan. CredRight is set to check if small businesses can repay loans by looking at their chit transactions. Chit transactions are when people come together and contribute a fixed amount of money regularly to a common pool. Each month, one member of the group is chosen by drawing lots or by auctioning to get the entire pool of money. This happens until every member receives their share. By analyzing a company's participation in a chit fund, payment consistency, and how the company contributes to the chit fund could suggest financial discipline and cash flow stability. And using machine learning, CredRight is said to use data like bill payments and images to assess companies. According to one thought paper, there was a credit gap of about $530 billion in the MSME sector in India. The overall finance demand by MSMEs was said to be around $1955 billion. Close to 50% of the debt demand was said to be unaddressable because it came from companies not financially viable or that prefer financing from informal sources. The remaining debt demand was about $819 billion, out of which close to only $290 billion was fulfilled through formal credit lenders like private banks, public banks, and NBFCs. Traditional lenders may find it difficult to distribute credit efficiently in remote locations. So, this could leave small businesses with no choice but to turn to informal sources such as money lenders who often charge exorbitant interest rates. That is where something like CredRight could work. According to the Indian Ministry of MSMEs, there are over 63 million MSMEs in India. CredRight is said to have experienced a 10x growth in its AUM, which is the assets under management, over the past 3 years. It is said to be targeting an AUM of about 2,000 crore rupees over the next 3 years. What is the future of CredRight in India?